What is up, best ones worldwide? It's the best one, Donnie here, back with a brand new massive Ringside Collectibles unboxing video. If you're not a best one yet already, and you're into wrestling figures, Funko Pops, Nickelodeon, late 90s, early 2000s, and you want to watch me rebuild my collection, recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, because the grind is real. And once we reach 500 subs, I'm going to be giving away some wrestling figures to you guys, so recommend you to hit that sub button now. But man, we got a box from good old Ringside, and with that being said, let's get it. I just wanna be Before I unbox this huge box here full of AEW figures, just want to put this out there that if you want to save 10%, recommend you guys to go use, some other figure YouTubers' codes. Definitely helps, save some money in the wallet. Hopefully one day Ringside Collectibles can give you a best one code. But man, here we go. So the reason why we got a bigger box than usual is because I believe I ordered my Sammy Guevara exclusive with my Series 13, which is why, I didn't get this, Series 13 video out to you guys right away. And look at that, we got some paper. We gotta get rid of all that. And I do want to say this. I really don't know, what Jazzware is doing when it comes to this whole bunny chase thing. I really hope we get her in here. I highly doubt it. That's a figure that I really want. It's, a first time in a line. I know a lot of people in the figure community are upset about that. And I feel like we're not going to be seeing her until, she hits stores, and I'm going to be shit out of luck because my stores never get AEW chases. Or I'm just not quick enough. But here we go, man. We got our packages. And we're going to start this off with Series 13 here. And here we go. First time in the line, we got the Blade, man. Here it is. And I'm glad that AEW is still making, some of their day one, wrestlers that are on their roster. I've actually been a big fan of the Butcher and the Blade. I think that they, need to be used on TV a lot more. And, oh man, I gotta say, I really dig this figure a lot. So, this Blade figure, I gotta say, I'm very impressed for, his very first figure. I think they definitely got the likeness down. I love that, we got the same packaging with the AEW figures. I've always been a fan of their packaging a little bit more than the WWE Mattel ones. And we have, the Blade here. We have two different head sculpts. We have one with, the beanie, the glasses, and the bandana. And then the other, we just have a straight face. And it looks like we have a rubber jacket that's on him, which looks nice. We also got, the leather tights as well, looking good. And I definitely like the picture we have here on the side of him. And then on the back, we have, the Blade posing. And it's just so cool to see, a veteran like, Braxton, Sutton get his, very first figure. And they really don't get much TV time, so I'm very happy that, we got this in the collection. Next figure here, oh man, you can't have the Blade without the Butcher. And I'm so excited that we got these, man. And I know this is outdated because the Butcher has, cut his hair. But hey, I am not complaining at all about this. And wow, I gotta say, they did a really good job on this figure. Of course, we have our, gold, packaging here. And, with the Butcher, we also have another rubber good, which honestly, for me as a, mint on card AEW collector, I can't complain. I think that, the rubber goods definitely look better with the figures in the package than, without them. And we, of course, the Butcher's got the glasses. He's got, the long hair. And I think the tattoos look great on the torso. And we also do have, the tights there. He's got, the plain black, with some silver in there. And we even also got, some knee pads and, some boots. And I really like the torso choice they went with for the Butcher, because he is a lot bigger, and I think they really got the likeness down on this. And I also really like the picture of him right there on the side. And then on the back, we have the Butch. We have the Butcher posing right there. Of course, AEW Rampage. There it is, guys. We got the Butcher and the Blade finally, adding more characters to the AEW wall. I really do hope I get the opportunity to meet these guys again, and maybe meet the Bunny for the first time. Because, man, Butcher and Blade, I went to Kineticon, I believe, last year. I met them, Penelope, and Kip. And, man, the Butcher and the Blade were so nice. And I really want them to get more TV time. But moving on now to our next figure here, we got is another Darby Allin figure this time. And they love giving us Darby figures. I understand, he's very toyetic, but I wish that the Bunny was, the regular figure in this series. You could have done, the chase for Darby. Even though I do think he does have a chase in this series, I just would have, preferred having the Bunny since, we don't really have her first figure. But, man, we got Darby Allin here, and I've always been a fan of his figures, and I feel like they're getting better and better every time. And you have to update them because Darby, updates his tattoos a lot. And I know in this one, they definitely upgraded it from, the rendering images I saw. But with this Darby Allin, we got, the gold packaging here. We also get 2 different head sculpts. We have one with the mouth wide open and the other one with just, a mean, pissed off look. I would have preferred the pissed off look to be on, the body instead of the one screaming, because it just looks a little weird. And we also get another rubber jacket as well with Darby. This whole series basically has rubber jackets. And he's also got the chain around his neck. And we even have, the half face paint that Darby, always does. Really love that. And we got, pretty much the same, gear that, he's been wearing in, all of his other figures and stuff. But I do believe, the back of this Darby Allin does have, the bones tattoo of, the spinal tattoo. I believe that, it makes its debut in this figure here. I could be wrong. But I do love the picture we have of Darby here on the side. And, of course, on the back, we have Darby with the bat with, his signature and the rest of the series. And I gotta say, this definitely is a better Darby Allin, but I still want to have more, characters. I want to get Daniel Garcia, Ethan Page. I want a regular Wheeler Yuta. I want to get more of these characters in the sets instead of, getting repeats. But, hey, Darby is pretty cool. Very happy to, get this in my collection. And I'm pretty close to being a Darby completist, I think. But moving on now to our next figure in the set, we have the TNT champion, Wardlow, man. And I got the opportunity to meet him back in July at Terrificon. Such a nice guy. And, man, I gotta say, this really might be Wardlow. This might be one of his best figures here. And I believe this Wardlow is the 4th figure so far for him. And we're getting a lot of them, which, hey, I am not complaining whatsoever. But, of course, with this Wardlow, we do have, the gold packaging here. We have 2 different head sculpts. We have a new one with, the hair, to the side. This is around the time where he was rocking, the man bun. And then the other that's on the body is just the same, head sculpt we've gotten, just the straight face. And he's got the TNT Championship on his shoulder, which I really do like that a lot. He's also got his red singlet on, which, honestly, out of all the gear that we've gotten for Wardlow figures, I really like the red one the most. Definitely stands out a lot better. And, you know, of course, we got, you know, some interchangeable hands. And I love, you know, the pose that we have here of, you know, Wardlow with the TNT Championship as well on the side. Matches perfect to the figure. I love the likeness that they got here for these, you know, Wardlow figures. They are fantastic. And on the back, we have, you know, Wardlow posing with the gold TNT Championship. I believe this is around the time where he was playing Hot Potato with Scorpio Sky. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of wish that this TNT Championship was the gold one, because we've been getting plenty of, you know, the black straps. And I know AEW, they change the straps all the time with the TNT title. But I got to say, I'm very happy to have this Wardlow in the collection. But he's another, you know, repeated character. I hope after this one, you know, we can kind of chill on the Wardlow figures. And I'm very surprised that Jazzware did not make a Wardlow with the suit, because Wardlow be wearing, you know, suits a lot of the time. But there's that. And let me just check to see if we got the bunny or not. Yeah. No bunny in sight. Damn. That's a shame. And moving on now to the next figure we have here. Another Sting without a singlet. Woo! Oh, man, guys. I am not a fan of this figure at all. This is just, you know, the same thing. We're getting, you know, Stings with painted on, you know, different shirts. Just the same old Sting, man. This is not a fun one to review. Like, why couldn't Sting be the Chase? And the bunny could have had his spot. I don't understand. Obviously, I know, like, Walmart, Target, the distributors that get these, they'd rather have a Sting than a bunny, I guess, but it's so stupid. But with this Sting here, we have, you know, the gold, you know, Unrivaled, you know, packaging here. And we just have, you know, another, you know, Sting head sculpt, which I think this one is the same exact one as his Unmatched Series 3. We also get, you know, the Scorpion painted on shirt. We get the rubber jacket with the bat. And I like the picture here on the side of Sting. Why couldn't we get that head sculpt on this figure? That would have been really freaking cool. But instead, we just got a basic, you know, Sting facial expression. I think if we had something different, I would have been a little more excited about this. And, of course, you know, on the back here, we have, you know, Sting posing. And, yeah, this is definitely not one of my favorite figures here. Maybe if it was just Sting with, you know, the singlet, I would be pretty happy. But it's not, unfortunately, guys. It is not. But moving on now to the last figure in this set besides the bunny, because, of course, we don't have the bunny, and they have not given us any information on how we get the bunny. We ended up getting Danhausen, which, guys, I did do a review video on the Very Nice, Very Evil Ringside Collectibles exclusive. If you haven't checked that out, recommend you guys to. But this is the first mainline Danhausen. And honestly, besides the Butcher and the Blade, this one has got to be my favorite one. And I'm so happy for Danhausen to, you know, get some more money. But I gotta say, this is a very solid figure here. And I know a lot of people were saying that the Chase in this set should be the regular and this one should be the Chase. But in my opinion, I think that they definitely made the right choice here, going with, you know, pretty much his promo gear, because he'd be wearing this all the time. So with the Danhausen, we have the, you know, Unrivaled, you know, packaging here with the gold foil. Always love the packaging. We have, you know, two different head sculpts here for Danhausen. We have one with, I believe both of these, they have the same, you know, facial expression, except the difference is one has, you know, the hair, you know, more sticking up, a little more crazy. And I love, you know, the jacket that Danhausen is wearing as well. I think that, you know, they definitely got this figure down. Like, whoever is making these, you know, Danhausen figures over in Jazzware, they're killing it. And I love that, you know, we got the black and the red, you know, pants as well with the figure. We also get, you know, some interchangeable hands. And I love this picture of Danhausen on the side here, which as a Minton card collector, I wish that they had him posing like that. That would have been so freaking cool. But I am not complaining. This is a great looking figure. And on the back, we have, you know, Danhausen posing as well, which, you know, we get that all the time on the back with their pictures. But I gotta say, this is a really cool Danhausen, and honestly, I can't wait for, you know, more, you know, very nice, very evil figures. Danhausen. Hopefully I can get this signed. And our last figure that we got from Ringside Collectibles. Oh, man. This one I am super excited about, and I really hope I get to meet him for the third time and get this signed. We got the Championship Unrivaled Collection Ringside Collectibles exclusive, Sammy Guevara. And what a sick box set this is. This is from, you know, his match against Cody Rhodes to unify the TNT Championship. This is, you know, Cody's very last match in AEW. And, oh, man, this is such a cool packaging here. I love this so much. And I believe this is the second champion package that we got, because the first one is, you know, Cody Rhodes with the TNT title. And I actually ended up getting that one autographed by Cody Rhodes at the big event in New York, which is very cool. But now we finally get to another one to add to the collection. And I gotta say, this definitely Sammy Guevara's best figure, hands down. I love the packaging we got here. We have, you know, the AEW logo at the top corner. We have Sammy Guevara posing with both TNT championships. One of them's black, the other one is white. And we have, you know, Sammy Guevara with, you know, the tongue sticking out. And we even got, you know, the necklace around him. And he's also got his inner circle. He also has his inner circle vest as well, which I really like. And we have this really awesome, like, metallic, like, purple and, like, silver gear that he's wearing, which looks fantastic. I love that we have, you know, the beach break on, you know, in the background of the figure. Definitely makes it stand out. Love the little, you know, pyros, you know, that they added to it. Makes the figure stand out so much more, which is why, like, I love keeping these figures in the packages. But wow, this is so cool. And then we also get the Unrivaled Collection, you know, logo at the corner here, and Champion Sammy Guevara. And this is a 7-piece, which I believe does come with, you know, extra, you know, interchangeable heads and stuff, which are on the side here. We have, you know, one with, you know, Sammy Guevara, you know, kissing. We have the other one with a smile, which honestly is probably the best, you know, head sculpt for Sammy. I would have rathered that, you know, on the front of the figure, but it is what it is. We got some interchangeable hands. And then on the other side here, we have a picture of Sammy Guevara with the TNT Championship around his, you know, waist. And on the back, we have just this nice window that you get to see, like, the beach break reflection, which looks cool. And it's got, you know, the time, which is January 26, 2022 in Cleveland, Ohio. And this is such a sick Ringside Collectibles exclusive. We have, you know, Sammy Guevara now. This is, I believe, his 4th figure. We have, you know, his first time in the line. We also have him with, you know, the prison suit from, you know, Blood and Guts. We also have the Target exclusive. And now we have Champion Sammy Guevara. But that is everything I got from Ringside Collectibles. I really hope we find out more news on how to get the bunny, because that figure to me is a must, especially with the Butcher and the Blade. And I've been a fan of Ali's work, you know, going all the way back to Impact Wrestling. But guys, let me know in the comment section below your favorite figure in this set. Mine has got to be the Butcher. I really like this figure in Series 13. Definitely my favorite one. Let me know in the comment section below your favorite. If you guys enjoyed this unboxing, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a best one yet already, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Once we reach 500 subs, we're doing a giveaway here. You can win a free figure. All you got to do is subscribe. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow me over on my social medias and other YouTube pages. All that down below. We have a new episodes of the We Are Wrestling podcast air every Saturday. You can go check that out over on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel. Or if you're on the go like myself, when I'm doing these toy hunts, man, you can listen to it wherever you get your podcast. All the links down in the description below. But, of course, to all the best ones out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.